Welcome to an interview with Bianca Oliveira, my everyday yoga teacher with who I had a chance to meet during a weekend workshop in Yoga Shala Cracow. Enjoy! Hello, dear Bianca.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for much for finding the time to sit and talk with me for a couple of minutes.
My pleasure.
It's really nice to meet with you in person. I usually practice with you on my CERT program online, which I really appreciate. It makes much easier to maintain my practice with the teacher these days. So you are a many years yoga practitioner. You started with Sharat since the beginning, right?
My first contact with the practice of like other styles, I was between 17 and 18 years old, and I do not remember exactly what type of class it was, but I think it was some classical Hatha yoga practice. And I noticed that I felt very calm and relaxed after the classes. I had some back pain, I would say, back in the day, and I was recommended by my grandmother to check out this yoga place close to our house. But I noticed that my back pain was improving, but I was also feeling less anxious and more relaxed. So I kept going for a while, but I was very young and interested in other things, so I stopped. And then I came back on my 20s to practice other styles as well. And then eventually I found Ashtanga Yoga. Yeah, and my first Ashtanga Yoga class actually was with Sharaji during his tour in United States in 2012, 13, yeah.
Okay, great. How did your practice evolved over the years? Because it's like 12 years, right, of the regular practice now.
Yeah, I feel very much all the time like a beginner, to be sincere. And I feel because the yoga subject is so vast, like in the beginning you're just more interested on the asanas, and then you discover, oh, there is also spiritual guidelines and sacred text, and then you start studying that too, and it's like the more you dig and more so many things appear, and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like there is so much to learn, or like I feel so curious to study different texts. And of course I'm very passionate for the physical practice, but yeah, as I say, I always feel like you're starting all the time because there is so much to learn, But yeah, if I stop today and just observe myself today with like 10 years ago, of course I see like some progress, like mentally, physically, emotionally, but I always feel like a beginner.
What would you advise for someone that feels discouraged or stuck in the practice? Like, sometimes we face a point where it's getting hard, or you think you don't do any progress.
You mean specifically in the Ashtanga Yoga practice?
I think we can talk about Ashtanga because this is like your field, right?
Yes. So yeah, that happens from time to time. It's normal. I don't think the practice is supposed to be just going up and getting better, just like it's a mirror of life itself. So there is up and downs and curves here and there. Sometimes it's a plateau where you feel like I'm not going anywhere. And when you find yourself in a place like that, I find it very useful to have a community, to have a teacher, and just get inspired by other people. Yeah. Okay. And even if you feel like, oh, my physical practice is so stuck, but suddenly you awaken some type of fire inside, and you feel inspired again. From my own experience, I think that is very useful. Even if it's an online community, you keep going, you keep practicing, and the days are not the same, the practices are not the same. So even sometimes you feel like today I'm pretty sure it's gonna feel so bad because I have this injury, or my body's like this, my mind is like that. You always feel like it was not bad, it was good that I did my practice. Even if it's a bit short, or if you have some injury and you have to modify, it's always nice to have a community, to have a teacher, or just to attend some workshop from time to time and get that fire again. The practice is not supposed to be easy because it's not I would say, how the practice looks like. It's supposed to give some certain level of difficulty, physical, mental, and emotional difficulty too, so you can kind of expand yourself and go through your internal obstacles. But yeah, when I feel that I'm some type of stuck, I try to reconnect with the community and teacher. I was going to Mysore every year for a few months to connect with my guru. Now that he's not longer here, I try to keep him in my heart every time I do my practice and connect with senior teachers that had a strong connection with him. That's very important for me. And yeah, the community is very important. My students are very important to me. Thank you for being part of my online community and attending workshops when you can. Yeah, those things are very inspiring. For me, as a practitioner and a teacher, when I see people practicing, this fire kind of fill me up too.
That's very inspiring.
Yeah, and even if you feel like we're stuck physically in some posture, or because of an injury, or because lack of time and energy, you cannot dedicate yourself that much, you know that the practice is working in very deep layers. So you don't need to be so upset that, you know, physically you cannot do this, and that, but you know that deep inside yourself, the practice is working in deeper layers.
Right. Because we face like different phases in life,
Oh, yeah,
I would say, right?
yeah.
Sometimes you have less time.
Yeah.
What do you think if someone has like 10, 15 minutes a day for yoga practice, what could they do? How they could use this time?
I think it depends highly how they feel. Like if the person has 10, 15 minutes but lots of energy, maybe try to do the Surya Namaskaras, headstand, the 3 final postures, and that I think will be good. If the person has less energy, woke up feeling terrible, have little time, has an injury or something, do like a very gentle Surya Namaskara modified seat, do Najashodhana Pranayama, be quiet for a few minutes, lay down, take a rest. Just find your way to connect with the practice, but at the same time respecting your body in that particular day, because we don't need, there is so much stress already going out in our society and in our lives that we need to be productive, we need to do so many things all the time. And sometimes we put so much expectations on ourselves or the performers during the practice, so we needed to sometimes just treat ourselves like we're treating a little baby or something gentle. It's okay. Like today I'm gonna spoil myself, not spoil, but I'm gonna respect this space I'm in. Maybe I'll do like a gentle Surya Namaskara A. I will sit, maybe do a Najashodhana Pranayama, lay down, take rest. I did my practice, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For the time and for the workshop. I'm looking forward for our next class.
Thank you so much, Paulina.